Today I want to focus on popular games that are on Steam that you could play absolutely for free. These are the games that are most popular right now, some of them being very new while others have been around and stood that test of time. Now I do understand that this was a pretty shooter heavy list, so I decided to dive in and manipulate a little bit to share some others that were not just straight up shooters, because it seems that shooters are quite popular on Steam. Let's dive into the list and you guys can let me know in the comments below what some of your favorite games are. It's no secret that NetEase smashed it out of the park with Marvel Rivals. This is a combination of many different shooters, including Overwatch, that you've probably played and enjoyed. I absolutely love this game, absolutely free to play, dropping with over 30 heroes that you could play as from day one, all with different types of attacks and battle mechanics that can synergize well together with your team. Not only does the game play well, it looks well. We're looking at a AAA title here, and if you're looking for a PvP style shooter that could be something that sticks around for a long time, this is probably going to be your option. This is one of the few titles that launches and then just gets increasingly popular over time. Typically when a game launches, it loses that hype and loses the popularity. Not in the case of Marvel Rivals. This is getting stronger and stronger, being extremely popular by streamers on Twitch, having a ton of players that play this one every day. As I mentioned, NetEase did a great job on this one. It's available on console, on Steam, and on mobile. Free across the board and cross-play. Coming in at number 2, we have Throne and Liberty, and you could tell right now that this game looks intense. A free-to-play MMORPG style game brought to us from the days of old. The combat inside of this game doesn't only look spectacular, it plays spectacular as well. This game does have mixed reviews, but is being played by tons of people on the Steam marketplace as of right now. Being an MMO, you have a lot of opportunities to engage with many different people across vast lands, and that is no difference here inside of this game. The battles you'll be encountering are super fun, engaging, and honestly, large and brutal at the same time. Remember, any game from today's list being free to play, you can download and try, and if you don't like it, you could always say, let's move on to the next. But I think this one is an MMO worth checking out. Okay, now I know that you knew I was gonna put Warframe on the list today. This game's been out forever. It's available on Steam and on iOS, coming to Android as well for all you mobile gamers, and it's one of my favorite games on Steam. Absolutely free to play, grind heavy, that has combat unmatched on the platform. If you're looking for a AAA experience that is free to play, with some of the most intense action combat in all of gaming, Warframe is very much going to be that game for you. The combat is insanely fun, very fast paced, and you do a lot of different type of mechanical moves inside of the game that they make easy because of how it's all structured. This one is a win, and it has been for a long time. Next up, we have War Thunder. And no, this is not my favorite genre of game. I don't particularly love the war style games, but War Thunder is one that is dear to so many gamers' hearts. Being a free-to-play title gives it that availability for everyone that may be interested in the genre to enter the space. The graphics the game offers are really on point, especially for a game that's not brand new. This one's been out for quite a while. And I know from previous interactions with the game that the community here is die-hard for this game. So if you're looking for something that brings you back in time and allows you to experience war from a different perspective, this could be the game that you're looking for. Also, if you like vehicle combat and things of that nature, yeah, it's got you covered. Next up, we have Delta Force, and I'm going to bring you shooters outside of the ones that you may be expecting, and maybe some of the ones that you're expecting as well. But this is a really nice extraction-style shooter game that has AAA graphics and, again, a free-to-play entry. I really like this one because, if you didn't know, I'm a big shooter guy myself, and I do love the realism that games can bring to the scene. This one has all of that. With combat that makes you feel like you're there on the battlefield, this is one that you could definitely say you're gonna have a good time if you're looking for a shooter, one to play with friends, multiplayer, exciting, big world, and all those things. Yeah, Delta Force is all right. But maybe you're looking for an open world survival style game. One human brings you this. Now, this is another title that we've mentioned recently on the channel that's coming over to mobile as well, and I'm expecting a cross-platform experience. I could lose myself in games like this. Ones where you have the ability to do anything that you want to in a massive world, have to build everything that you live within and hunt everything that you eat and chop down or craft everything that you use. This game really offers a lot of time investment. If you're someone that has a half-hour day to play a game, maybe this isn't the one for you. But if you want to invest some time and really enjoy an immersive experience, Once Human definitely does a good job of that. It's the reason that it's on the list. And like Warframe that I shared earlier, I have another one that's an oldie but just so good, and that is Destiny 2. A game that's been out and being updated, progressing over years of time. This game, also like Warframe, has some intense combat that again is easy to master and really allows you to just feel like a boss while you're playing the game. Graphics, AAA. Action on point with some of the best out there, and the immersive experience is completely there. I like that this is a PvPvE style game offering all different types of gameplay. I actually prefer the PvE elements, or where I could team up with other players and engage in PvE activities. This is one that I've played in the past, I've picked it up and played it again, and every time that I do, I'm reminded that it's one of the better games to play on Steam if you want to get into action absolutely for free. Even if you're comparing it to games that are not free to play, this one's right up there. It's that good. Dark and Darker is the next one I want to share with you. We're looking at a dungeon crawler here, very different from the others on the list. That was intentional. I didn't want to give you all shooters or all action. So if you like dungeon crawling type games that bring you back a little bit in time, the gameplay style here is something like you remember from like an Oblivion or something like that, but less open world. The graphics very much actually remind me of that. This one here is an early access, and if this is the type of strategy style dungeon crawler that you're looking for, I think it could be something that is a really promising one for you to try out. It had to be on the list, being that the genre was different, that it looks just so amazing. And some of you are probably into Super Smash Brothers. Well, that's not on the list here today, but this one is. If you have no idea about what you're looking at right here, this is Brawl Hala. It's been around for a while as well. Another one that's cross-platform, mobile, Steam, etc. And it's just so much fun. As you can see, it also brings in other IPs, in this case, Star Wars, where you take all of these battlers onto the platforms and you just straight up battle it out. Every single character inside of the game, and it seems like there are hundreds of them, is unique with a different style of combat. All which you can synergize well together if you want to play as a team, or you can solo it and just crush others with your immense skill. This is a must play. And this is a straight up battle royale brawler. I'm talking about Bloodstrike, a first person battle royale style game that is quick, intense, and fun with some really cool weapons inside of it. Battle royale here is the focus, so if you're looking for an extraction shooter or something else with a little bit more depth to it than just battle royale, you may want to look elsewhere, but I think this one does battle royale really well. And again, being a free to play model, you can get into this one at no cost to you. Fast-paced action with a lot of different weapons and cool abilities. I think this one's a win. And now I want to share with you something special, something that is coming very soon in the first quarter of 2025, and that is Serif. This is a brand new action RPG dungeon crawling style game that looks actually incredible. For those of you that don't know, I'm pretty big into action RPGs. I have another YouTube channel called Echo Gaming Diablo, where I play Diablo Immortal every single day on the channel. This is something that's very exciting to me personally as a gamer. A free-to-play action RPG that looks absolutely incredible and actually looks like it's being extracted straight from a Diablo-style game. This is something I'll be downloading and playing on day one, and probably be streaming it right here and on Twitch as well, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. This one naturally is my favorite on the list, not only because of the genre, but also because it's anticipated. It's coming in the next month or so I get really excited about it. I can't wait to play this one myself. And if you want to stay up to date on everything regarding mobile games, free-to-play games on Steam, and more, make sure you subscribe to the channel or check out my website, echogaming.io.